Thank you very much. Salmagundi Club has been a fixture on the Greenwich Village art scene for more than 100 years, and they are celebrating their love of the neighborhood they call home with the new exhibit, Greenwich Village, People, Places, and Things.
We're joined now by one of the artists featured in the exhibit, filmmaker and photographer Joe Goldman. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, and you brought one of your pieces. Before we talk about that, talk a little bit about this exhibit. What can people expect?
It's about Greenwich Village. It's about the history and the culture of the village, and which is everyone's history in New York City. And it's about also about the preservation of this unique part of the city which still exists. We work in tandem on this exhibit with the Greenwich Village Society for Historic Preservation, run by Andrew Berman. And so it's artists of painters, printers, printmakers, photographers, sculptors, and the members are a broad range, very diverse range of artists.
And this is free.
7 days a week, open and free to the public, both galleries.
And it's 100 artists? That's amazing.
There are about 100 artists in this show, and we'd love for the public to come down and walk through their own history.
We were just showing a shot of your photo here. What is this piece that you brought?
That's on Commerce Street one night during the winter. It's where it curves off of Barrow, pretty close to where the Cherry Lane Theater is, and it was very Hopper-esque. Edward Hopper was an artist who was a member of the Salmagundi Club over the years. There are a lot of famous artists who have been members and formed this club in 1871.
1871.
Yeah.
1871. That's crazy.
It was Jonathan Scott Hartley was a sculptor a number of his sculptures are in the Library of Congress building. And he founded this with a sketch class. And it really was where artists came together and not only painted and drew, but they drank and they dined together and they argued together. And Salmagundi is reference to Washington Irving, the author who wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Early in the 1800s, he had wrote the Salmagundi Papers. And it was a satirical look at Gotham, at the politics and society. And Salmagundi is also derived from the French word meaning coming together of disparate elements. And the Salmagundi stew is a blend from English cuisine in the 1600s of beef and vegetables. So the Salmagundi Art Club is people who come together, artists, patrons, people who live in the village, people are passing through, and everyone should come.
Yeah, and it's not just exhibits that you can see there. I see there's lots of classes and discussions.
There are classes in drawing. We have what's called a monotype party, and we use 1880s printing presses, which were built around the corner by the Brand Company. And we have lectures and presentations. We have music concerts. We have Argentine tango on certain nights.
Wow.
And so you come down on certain evenings and you can dance as well.
And we're showing some of the artwork now. What is it about Greenwich Village that you hope people see or learn by what the artists have captured in their own work in this exhibit?
I think it's just what artists do is offer a way to connect on a personal level, and that is what it's about, community, and that's what everybody today in the news is seeking. You know, even on a national level, we're looking for what is a community when we have so many different people and different opinions, and that's what people will find here. They'll walk through and they'll see through 100 different artists' eyes their own impressions of the village, and that's how we make contact and connection with one another.
Well, you started at 15 years old with your work. Tell us, what advice do you have for aspiring artists?
Aspiring artists, follow your heart. It's not an original phrase. I don't want to sound cliche, but you just have to pursue what feels right in terms of your vision or your fascination and what excites you. It doesn't mean you can necessarily make any money at it. But
good point.
But you can have a passion.
Yeah.
But I think you need to allow yourself, an aspiring artist needs to allow themselves the freedom to see and to look.
And incredibly fulfilling, as you've said.
Very exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe, so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And this exhibit runs through March 9th. You can find out more information on our website, cbsnewyork.com.
We'll be right back.